Have you ever had the impression that you are shielded from potentially disastrous circumstances by an unseen force? Have you ever wondered why, as though a hand were concealed behind you, you constantly manage to find a way out of challenges while others give up? The solution to this is found in a calling far bigger than you can fathom, not in good fortune. People have been known to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles in mysterious ways since the beginning of time. While some might describe them as fortunate, others as blessed, the reality is that they belong to a unique and uncommon group, the chosen. This idea is not new. People who have been assigned to a specific task, and as a result, bear a protection that transcends human reasoning, have long existed in a variety of civilizations and faiths across the world. They are the ones who keep rising again despite fierce adversaries. However, why are they untouchable? While others collapse, what is the secret that keeps them safe? There is more to life than what we can see with our eyes. A battle between opposing forces vying for territory and souls is an unseen combat that never stops. Every thought, feeling, and deed are weapons or shields in this actual spiritual battle, which is not only a symbolic one, because they directly threaten the powers that thrive on ignorance and fear. The chosen are always being targeted. These beings make every effort to distract you, weaken you, and get you to question your own power. But this conflict shifts in favor of the chosen after they discover who they really are. Achieving spiritual protection requires more than simply desire. It has to do with each person's mission and relationship to higher powers. Not only are those who are meant to carry out significant tasks protected, but they are also led. Forebodings, unexplainable deliverances, and an unwavering fortitude in the face of hardship are some ways that this heavenly influence shows up. The imperceptible barrier that no one can breach. Imagine being within a fortress that is impenetrable, meaning that no threat can get past the walls. The chosen's protection operates in this manner. This barrier is composed of spiritual energy, which is far more potent than iron or concrete. The chosen vibrate at a high frequency that is inaccessible to dark powers, in contrast to regular individuals. In the spiritual realm, this translates into a built-in defense against harmful influences. Scientists investigate the ways in which energetic vibrations impact reality. Dark forces are low-energy beings who thrive on feelings like doubt, rage, and dread. However, a person's energy becomes unavailable to these forces when they are in sync with a greater purpose. Because they are above the grasp of evil, some people are just immune to spiritual assaults, curses, or manipulations. It is impossible to remove the spiritual signature of those who have been selected to play a vital role on Earth. Their fate has already been decided before they are even born, regardless of how many hardships they endure, how many times they are insulted or dismissed. Numerous historical examples demonstrate how certain people consistently manage to miraculously avoid harm. A vast number of people, including prophets, warriors, and spiritual leaders, have survived dire circumstances for which there is no rational explanation. What was the connection between them all? A higher protection and purpose that went beyond human reason. Have you ever had situations where it seemed like the worst might happen, but then something unexpected happened? Have you ever had a sense of isolation from individuals or locations that subsequently proved to be harmful? It's no accident. The chosen are surrounded by the manifestation of divine protection. There's a reason you're here. You have a strong possibility of becoming one of the chosen if you believe that there is always something bigger directing you, that your life has a purpose that hasn't been completely disclosed yet, and that you miraculously avoid potentially deadly situations. Realizing who you are is the first step in gaining this awareness. Many people continue to live in fearful and doubtful patterns because they are unaware of this fact. But those who grow aware of their own grandeur become genuinely unbeatable. You have a far bigger destiny than you can ever fathom. Together, let's now discover the true significance of this. Many people think that spiritual protection is only a theoretical idea. However, history demonstrates that for many people this protection has existed for millennia. It cannot be explained by chance alone that great spiritual leaders, soldiers, and other important individuals survived harsh circumstances unscathed. Records of troops who survived deadly strikes during World War II in 1945 exist, but there is no rational explanation for their survival. Narratives like as that of Franz Stock, a chaplain who served in concentration camps, demonstrate how he often avoided death while assisting inmates. These tales support the idea that unseen powers guard people who have a greater purpose. The World Trade Center attacks in 2001 provide another instance that exemplifies this concept. Numerous others have reported avoiding the worst by abruptly changing their habits or arriving late for work that day for unspecified reasons. Many saw this as evidence of divine intervention, a safeguard that prevented them from being destroyed right before their eyes. Although science may not be able to explain these occurrences, there is agreement in a number of religious traditions that those with a specific calling are protected in ways that are beyond our comprehension. Spiritual protection, in contrast to traditional types of security, is impervious to human activity or weaponry. It is an unseen stronghold, bolstered by lofty ideals like purpose, spirituality, and faith. Human energy studies show that our vibrations may affect the things that happen around us. People become more sensitive when they experience emotions like anxiety and despair because they reduce this frequency. Stronger emotions like thankfulness, bravery, and faith fortify this energy field, forming an organic defense against harmful forces. This is why calamities don't appear to shake the chosen to their core. Something holds them upright, even when everything around them tells them to fall. This shield is a fortress constructed by their own nature, not merely something that is forced from the outside. Indications that you are protected. Because divine intervention frequently takes place in a subtle way, not everyone is aware that they are being safeguarded. Nevertheless, there are a few indicators that this spiritual barrier is affecting you. 1. Inexplicable deliverances. If you have ever found yourself in a dangerous circumstance and managed to escape without incident, it may indicate that you are under spiritual protection. 2. Strong presentiments. Spiritual warnings that help you escape dangers include keen intuition and that unexplainable sense of impending peril. 3. Paths that close for your good. Although losing something can seem terrible at the time, you eventually come to know that it has saved you from catastrophe. 4. Resilience and high energy. You believe that you can overcome great obstacles and go on stronger than ever before. It's likely that an unseen power is keeping you safe if you recognize these symptoms. This implies that you will never be alone in your darkest hours, but it does not imply that you will not encounter challenges. Protection on a spiritual level is not given randomly. Those under the protection of higher powers have a mission to accomplish. You could be one of the chosen if you recognize that your path is unusual, that your presence affects others around you, and that you somehow manage to find a way even in the most trying circumstances. We shall discuss what it means to bear this mission and how to deepen your relationship with God in the upcoming chapters. Those who comprehend their position are never defeated despite the difficult road of the chosen. Are you prepared to realize how protected you really are? Thus, proceed and find out how your presence changes the environment. The legacy of the chosen. In addition to being protected, the chosen are in charge of a task that extends beyond their own lives. Being untouchable involves doing something that affects other people, not merely avoiding risk. You have a bigger obligation if you believe that your presence in the world is more than usual. Those who acknowledge their status as chosen leave a lasting impact, as history demonstrates. They inspire, change, and have an impact on others around them. Not only do individuals escape evil, but also change agents and bearers of a light that chases darkness away. If there is one thing to keep in mind along this trip, it is that divine protection is a tool to help you achieve your goal rather than an end in and of itself. Why have I been protected so many times? You could ask. The solution is found in what you can contribute to the world, as well as in your own destiny. A shift in perspective is reported by many who have been in dangerous circumstances and survived without explanation. They realize there is a bigger reason they were spared. This implies that everyone chosen has the chance to act and change the world rather than merely existing. Recognizing that you are protected is crucial in these times when so many forces want to deflect individuals from their actual purpose. However, simply being aware that this protection exists is insufficient. You must put it to a greater purpose. The issue still stands. What will you do with being a chosen one now that you have a clear understanding of its significance? Will you use this gift to carry out the mission you were called to, or will you just keep watching? It is up to you to decide. People who are willing to act and who know their genuine role are needed in the world. There is something that only you can do, which is why you have been spared. And the chosen never stop traveling. It simply changes.